fuck that. Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm gonna fight your fucking ass.
Sorry, Daddy.
What do you mean sorry, Daddy? What the hell did you do? Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Captain Picard.
Okay, Captain Picard is not gay, he's British.
Come on, make it slow.
Well, I hate to break it to you losers, but Han Solo's a bitch.
Oh.
Tallahassee, you want to stick together, at least for a while?
Here's the deal, Columbus. I'm not easy to get along with, and I'm sensing you're a bit of a bitch. So, I give this relationship to about Texarkana.
Disturbance reported at the top of the Crown restaurant. Suspect is a male communist extremist, armed with what appears to be a ketchup gun.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Yeah. You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
And I'm the Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, so I'm not
You
like...
kind of sound more like Randy Savage than Batman.
So here's the deal. Like I
dig it.
I think I caught a slight bug from California. And tonight we haven't had band practice in fucking forever.
Yeah.
And I got off of work and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to really. But then I'm like, yeah, we should. Like just family stuff going on. And then shit was just not lining up.
Yeah.
So I said, let's do it. And kind of blew my voice a little bit. So now it's going to be one of those nights. Then I sound like fucking Bruce Campbell.
Nah, he's way cooler than you.
No, what's his name?
Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne. I am the Knight. Yeah.
You do not sound like Bruce Wayne.
No, not Bruce Wayne. Kevin Conroy.
You don't sound like him.
It's going to be one of those nights.
That's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be one of those nights. Yeah.
Dig it.
No, it was really cool band practice, man. Like, it was so funny. Like, we all were thinking, oh, man, we're going to have to shake a lot of rust off. Fuck, we're professionals, Cole. We had that shit down. We have a fucking set list and like.
So this is like a Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift cover band sort of thing.
Yeah, but way cooler.
No,
because it's all dudes.
All dudes.
No, yeah. Oh, and then that was part of the reason we didn't get together for so long is we were in California for.
Yeah, man. Do we got
long
some
enough
shit to talk about?
Long
or what?
enough.
You know what's really funny though?
Yeah.
Like all the good shit that happened was great. And all the bad shit that happened is actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, like what? Let's hear it. I'm all ears.
My bad driving.
Oh my god!
We had to rent a car and fucking drive from San Jose to Henry Cowell National Park, or Henry Cowell
State Park.
Yeah, where the Redwoods are, and then we had to drive from there to Santa Cruz, and then we had to drive from Santa Cruz to 4 Mile Beach, which is only like 4 miles away. I fucking do not enjoy driving in windy fucking roads in the mountains. And I was white knuckling it. Thankfully, I don't consider you a great driver. You are an excellent fucking navigator.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I did almost. I wasn't the greatest driver this weekend.
I was a little afraid.
I was scared myself. Those windy mountain roads like that just make me uncomfortable.
And I didn't want to like add on to it by like doing like
and you were excellent for being a person who was probably as stressed as I was. You were fucking excellent.
I was just trying to be quiet and let you do your thing, and
it got a lot better once I got out of the left lane into the right lane.
Yeah.
But when I had to be in the left lane, that fucking barrier was so close to me.
Yeah.
That it just...
You were riding that barrier. I'm like, damn, Cole, you're getting close to that thing.
And I was... and then when I tried to get away from it, I was too close to the other lane, and I scared the shit out of the person driving next to us.
Fuck.
Like, at the time... I was so fucking stressed out, and I was kind of a little scared too.
Yeah.
And I'm looking back on it now, and like it's actually kind of funny because of all the shit I give you for driving.
I wasn't gonna say shit. Well, that was part of it. I wasn't gonna say anything until it was all said and done. No accidents were had. Everything was fine, and then I can give you shit.
But and then there was at one point where the fucking roads were like coming together, and our like the lanes were merging together.
Yeah.
And but it was right before our turnoff, so I just pulled over on the shoulder of the road. I was way off from the main fucking lane.
Yeah.
And this guy wasn't even anywhere near me. And he just comes. People in California really love to ride on their horns.
Yeah.
They fucking love to honk those horns.
I was afraid. I didn't see the guy. All I heard was,
yeah.
You know, and he was like, it's like, oh fuck, well, you almost got smoked by that guy.
No, he wasn't near us.
Oh,
he was just being an asshole.
He just wanted to let his voice be heard.
Yeah.
Fucking California.
Well, and then there was those, like when we were walking in Chinatown, there was that dude. He just fucking. There were these people trying to cross the street. These older people in Chinatown. They were trying. There's 3 of them. They were trying to cross the street, and they didn't quite get all the way across. And this dude fucking barreling down the hill, and like he didn't even slow down. He just fucking nearly clipped them. And he's just
said, fuck you, and fuck you.
People love using their horns out there, man.
Yeah. So we arrived on Thursday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thursday night, and we took in San Jose a little bit. We're downtown. I don't know.
We went bowling and played shuffleball and drank way overpriced shit.
Yeah.
And
I
don't think we had any really good food on Thursday.
I don't even.
We had the Korean spot.
Oh my god,
that sucked.
What the fuck was that even?
That wasn't. I don't know.
It wasn't Korean food.
I've had Korean food that's been tasty as shit, and this was some kind of fucking Subway bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of Korean bull. It was funny because everything that we asked for, they were out of.
Yeah, anything we wanted, they didn't have. Because we should have just fucking turned around and walked out.
I don't know. He's like, I kind of felt bad for the guy.
I didn't. And then I tried to take.
You should have
shit
done.
there.
You should have done what you did that pizza night when I walked in that pizza place. You're like giving me the hand signal across the throat, like let's get out of here. Like no.
I kind of don't really remember that.
You don't remember? Oh my God.
We did some drinking.
Well, we popped into that. Well. Anyway, we'll get to that part, I guess. I think that was the same night. I think it was. I think maybe we did have
Tell me what
tacos.
happened. I remember it vaguely.
So we walked into that pizza place, and I wanted just a pizza by the slice. You know, when you're drinking, that's what you want. You don't want to order a whole fucking pizza. You want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I pop in there and I said, "Hey, you guys have any pizzas by the slices?" And the guy comes out, and this place was dead. I think it was on a Friday. No, it was on Friday.
And this was on Friday. We were in a pretty busy area of town.
It was fucking crazy on Friday.
Yeah.
And
I must have said something about, hey, look at all these people here, and this shop is dead, right? I had to have. If I was telling you to fucking abort the mission.
Yeah. You're like,
and it's a restaurant.
Here you're like giving me the hand signal.
Oh, I'm slashing at my throat like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was like, all right, we can leave. Because I honestly just want a pizza by the slice, but we had to order a whole thing, and so we got the fuck out of there. And
yeah, if you're in a really busy area, this is a fucking hack for anyone on vacation. If you're in a busy ass area where there's a million people, and you walk into a restaurant and it's dead as fuck, turn around and walk out because that place sucks balls.
Well, we'll never know.
I'm sure.
Next time it is.
I barely remember. I vaguely kind of remember doing that. I didn't really remember that it was at a pizza place. But
hell, man, hell. But no, we flew in, and the flight there was cool. I don't think we had any issue there.
I got some white trash first class on the way there, and I got some white trash first class on the way back. Because you and me were sitting on the way from Bismarck to Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
Or was it Minneapolis to Seattle? I think it was Minneapolis to Seattle.
No, we had to sit right next to each other the whole time.
On the way to Seattle?
Yeah.
That's right, because
you hopped in the back or something.
Yeah, from Bismarck to Minneapolis, there was like the last 2 or 3. No, that was Minneapolis to Seattle because that was a bigger plane because there was 3 waitress,
Both
three
of them
stewardess.
Both of them were.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're right. It was Bismarck,
dark.
and the last like 3 rows, no one was in it, and we were the last people. We were in the very back of the plane.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I ain't sitting next to you. I'm just gonna go sit over there by myself. You sit over here by yourself.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
and then they, on the way back from San Francisco to Minnesota, we got those really good emergency seats.
Well, so
and
my god, so
and then
that whole
we were
fiasco.
in the emergency aisle, so
Yeah.
the seats are way bigger. And then I look across, and there's only one dude over there, and there's 3 seats. So I went and sat in one of those.
Oh, that was awesome.
Everybody in the emergency aisle got like extra room and shit. It was so fucking great.
I love emergency. You know what's funny is I remember booking flights, and the emergency aisle
always cost more.
No, it didn't. It
Nope.
used to not. It used to not. And then I remember flying Allegiant, and Allegiant would charge more for that. And then these fuckers, Delta, finally caught on. Like, hey, people are willing to pay more for these seats. It's like, fuck you. Like, in case of emergency, I'm supposed to help all these bastards. Fuck you. If I'm paying more, I'm not going to help anybody.
I like how that lady who I was supposed to sit next to,
Yeah.
she's like, yes, I will assist in these duties. It's like,
Bullsh-
bitch, you're fucking old as shit. You ain't doing nothing but fucking having a heart attack.
Yeah, you're gonna lift a 35-pound door. You can't lift a 5-pound shit out of your ass.
Yeah,
bastard. So yeah, fuck her. We would have saved lives, Cole, that day if the plane had gone down, but it didn't. We made it okay.
I had to save myself.
But
I'm selfish.
Yeah. So we had a. So the reason we had gone to San Jose in the first place was to view the sharks.
The Sharks versus the Wild
in the Shark Tank, which was, I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew the Sharks.
You
were
knew
terrible,
the Sharks were gonna lose.
Terrible this year. So I wasn't really hoping for a win. I mean, it would have been fun to gloat over you, but
yeah,
honestly, it was still fun to take in a hockey game, man. Good times, really good times.
I have got to say that the Minnesota Wild, when they come out, like, it's exciting. They like fucking start pumping the music. Everything turns black. They got green lights coming down from the ceiling and shit.
Yeah,
and it's pretty cool, right? And then the other 2 teams I've seen have been the Golden Knights and the Sharks.
Yeah.
Their entrances are way better.
Yeah.
Like, the Sharks is the second best out of the 3 that I've seen. The Minnesota Wilds is cool. The Sharks is better. They come fucking flying out of a
shark head,
out of a shark's fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And that
That's
chick
awesome.
is like, presenting your San Jose Sharks. And then they start hitting Metallica, and because they're from the Bay Area and shit. And they come flying out, and that's cool. But I gotta say, the Golden Knights got the best fucking, because it's fucking Las Vegas. They have to do a big fucking show.
They have to.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that I was thoroughly impressed with SAP Center is a little dated, I'll say. It doesn't really
Their Megatron is fucking huge.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or
That part of
Titantron, or whatever the fuck they call that.
that thing is awesome, dude.
The WWE calls it the Titantron. I don't know what the fuck they call it.
I think you just call it a scoreboard.
Yeah. Your scoreboard with the TVs on all 4 sides.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
That's
but
huge.
You know what's so funny about that? I don't know if you noticed that, but the screen is so huge that the people that are sitting on the lower deck actually have screens on the inside that they can see.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if you know. Yeah, we'll have to look back at some pictures, but because that screen is so huge, you couldn't really cock your neck up.
Yeah.
They have giant screens on the inside of it too, that people are able to see that are sitting on the lower sections, or not lower, but the further sections down. So that was awesome.
So what did you think about the people who were sitting around us?
Fuck every. You know what's funny? You know what the coolest people were?
The 2 Minnesota Wild fans right next to you?
Well, all the Minnesota Wild fans were around me. Were fucking awesome.
Yeah. Actually, the two Sharks fans behind us were cool. And then
there's a couple of Wild fan behind us too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But there's 2 Sharks fans behind us that were cool. And then the 2 guys next to us were cool, but one of them, I think, shit himself.
I thought it was you at first. I'm like, God damn.
No,
Cole.
that fucking dude that like him and his buddy were there.
Yeah.
And there was the one dude, he smelled like fucking shit. And then then he left, and then his buddy came and sat. His buddy took his seat and sat next to me. And he didn't smell like he shit himself. But the first guy that was sitting there, he smelled like shit. He was a nice dude, but he's fucking smelled bad.
I mean, I'm sorry. That is a net negative. Like, you can be a super nice guy, but if I have to deal with your odor, sorry, man, you're out.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. You're a cool
like,
dude.
And when I
sorry.
say he smelled like shit, like, I'm not.
I would rather deal with somebody.
Literal shit.
I would
like, not like, oh, he smelled bad. He literally smelled like shit. And I had to sit next to this dude for 2 fucking periods.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, okay.
And I said, "Oh, I want that seat." I should have. If I had taken the other seat, I'd have been sitting next to Minnesota Wild fans.
I don't know. I was chatting with the girl. I was actually chatting with her a little bit, and I said, I forget, we were talking, and I brought up that we had actually watched that crazy overtime period.
Oh, where they pulled the goalie and shit.
Yeah. We were chatting a little bit about that, but yeah, man. SAP Center. We didn't get any eats from the SAP Center. I only drank. I guess I got popcorn. That doesn't count. But the beer selection.
Yeah, that we spilt all over the fucker in front of us.
Yeah, and actually, he was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy, but his whole family sucked dick for money. They were fucking awful.
They were so fucking terrible, dude.
So there was this family that like bought out like 8 or 9 seats in front of us.
Yeah.
Because it was their like fucking 7 or 8 year old kid's birthday. And
fuck them kids.
That family was horrible. And
were they all horrible, or was it just the 2?
It was mostly the 2, but the fact that that fucking family sat through the second period intermission, the intermission between the second and third period.
Yeah.
They sat all the way through intermission. Then they waited until the fucking third period started. 5 seconds into the third period, they all stand up in front of us. We had already been bitching about an issue earlier, which I'm going to let you tell because no one will believe me if I tell the story. But they all stand up, and we can't watch the game for about a minute because they're all standing in front of us. They all just decided to leave.
Yeah.
Because the Sharks suck and they didn't want to watch the rest of the game.
Fortunately, we had that big Jumbotron to look at. I would rather watch the action on the ice.
It was so big, though, I still couldn't see it because it's so big that you couldn't see the lower half of the Jumbotron with these fuckers standing in front of us.
So stupid, man.
God, I hated those people. And now tell the story about why
what it all starts
why
with.
that birthday party sucked.
Well, Cole, it all starts with Fan Appreciation Night,
which was cool. The Sharks, I've gone to the Minnesota Wild's Fan Appreciation Night.
Yeah.
And all they gave us was like fucking this stupid poster of the...
That does suck.
It was a roster of the guys, all the guys on the team.
Wow, cool.
Like, it was all the guys on the... It was not...
No offense, Cole, that sucks.
It was a stupid fucking thing that they gave us. Tell them what the Sharks gave us.
Oh, they gave us free T-shirts.
Free T-shirts. I was wearing a fucking Minnesota Wild jersey. They gave me a Sharks T-shirt.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, do you actually want it?" I said, "Yeah, I'll give it to my buddy here." And then so I got you got an extra large.
Yeah.
I got a medium so you could give it to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
hell yeah.
It was a cool fucking shirt.
That was awesome, man.
The fact that they gave out T-shirts to everyone in the fucking place.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That was pretty cool.
I've gone to Twins Appreciation Night.
Yeah.
And they do really cool shit like that too.
Nice.
Like we had gone and they gave away headphones. I mean, they were shitty headphones, but
they're fucking dumb. Give a fucking Twins T-shirt.
I mean,
did the headphones have the Twins logo on there?
So you could.
Were they huge headphones?
Like these, yeah.
They're big?
Yeah, well, they're over the head headphones.
Okay, then that's cooler.
I mean, they weren't like the highest quality, but still kind of cool.
Okay, that's cool. I thought they were like the little ones, like the little earbuds you put
No. They're big. They're big ones. So yeah, free T-shirts. So they're giving away shit all fucking night long.
Yeah.
And so this fucking cock-ass family in the front of us,
their little 7 or 8 year old kid had a goddamn birthday.
Good for him, right?
Fuck that kid.
So free birthday. So
Sharky, the Sharks mascot. What a piece of shit.
Sharky
You guys
the
think
shitter.
that I fucking talk shit on the Bobcats mascot? I love that dude now. I fucking love that dude now. Fuck that Sharks mascot.
Oh, so Sharky comes out.
Everyone
and-
at work was like, you should have pushed him down the fucking pushed him down the fucking seats. It's like, nah, you can't do that because there's people in front of you. You'll hurt the fucking people in front of you.
Well,
and there was a lady holding a baby too. I'm really glad I didn't push him.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Cole, because it just builds, right? So fucking Sharky comes out, and this 7-year-old, whatever the fuck he is, got a Sharks gift basket or gift bag or something with a bunch of bullshit the Sharks were giving away.
No problem. Had the mascot done this before the game started,
during play stoppage, during the intermission,
no fucking problem at all.
Not a problem whatsoever. But this is all happening during fucking gameplay.
The first 4 minutes of the game.
So
this fucking mascot.
So he starts pulling. I don't know if you watch, but the stupid shark is pulling. This mascot is pulling out each individual item out of this fucking gift bag and showing the kid. Like, oh, here's a Sharky stuffed animal. Here's a pennant. Here's a T-shirt. Here's some headphones. Oh, look at this. It's a Sharks flag. He just kept pulling this shit out of the bag. And I'm like,
I wasn't watching because I was standing. I stood up and started trying to watch the game over this dude.
But that's not the only thing. All the parents, the grandparents, everybody had their fucking dumb bastard phones out, standing up trying to film this thing. And it's like, what the fuck, you guys?
Oh, I hope they were filming when the shit that went down.
I don't
me.
think he. So that all fucking finishes finally after like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes.
No, it was 4 minutes. I looked at the clock. He came in at the like 15 seconds after the game started.
Oh, he was there for 4 minutes.
And he left. I looked at the game clock. He left at 16 minutes in. There was still 16 minutes remaining in the first quarter. He left at 16:09. So he was there for just under 4 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't see what was going on the ice.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
Was that it, Cole? No, it wasn't.
No, that wasn't it.
So guess what happens is we're watching the game. This is probably a second period now?
No. This is later in the first period. This is like probably probably 8 minutes into the game.
8 minutes into the game, I glanced down. I'm like, hey, Cole, check it out. Here comes Sharky again. He's straddling the exit of the walkway, and he's kind of walking up.
He's crawling over people who are sitting in the seats.
During
the fucking game.
During the fucking game. And then he's walking on top of the seats, and he's kind of holding on to
He's
people.
grabbing people's hands, trying to get them to help him walk up the fucking the seats.
I had the same sentiment as you did when he came by.
Oh, but I fucking said something.
You said something, Cole.
I was so fucking livid at this point.
Yeah.
So this dude reaches out. He puts his hand out to me to try to get me to help him up to the next set of seats.
Yeah.
And I fucking lose my mind. I started putting my hand out to help him, and I was like, no. I was like, I paid to watch a game, not see a fucking mascot. Get out of my fucking face. And you said that he said something to me like, hey, I'm sorry. I was so angry. There was so much blood rushing through my ears. If he did say anything to me, I didn't fucking hear it.
I didn't.
I was fucking livid.
It sounded like he said something in that stupid costume of his. It's like, dude, I'm sorry. That is some fuck. And you saw what he was doing. He was putting on some stupid show on the other side of the ice. He had a whole platform to do that on.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it over there. Go be a fucking mascot over there. Be a mascot that's not interfering with people that paid fucking money for these goddamn tickets.
So that's why I think the people behind me, the Sharks fans behind me, were cool, because like he fucking took off. He didn't come back for the rest of the game.
Good,
thankfully. But I was so fucking pissed, but I felt bad. I really felt bad. I was like, oh man, like I'm being an asshole in this other team's fucking arena and shit, like, right? And and then you said to me, I'm so fucking happy you said something. And like
Dude, that's some
you're
bullshit.
Like, I'm glad you said something and all this shit, right? And I just kind of like I kind of just fucking just kind of watched the rest of the period in silence. I felt like a real fucking prick.
You felt like,
and then I got up.
Sharky's coming back.
When the intermission happened, you got up to go get a beer before I did.
Yeah.
And I kind of sat there for a little while, and I kind of sat there, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a beer too, even though I know they cost way too much money.
And it's not
$16.90 for a fucking Coors Light.
24 ounces, Cole.
Yeah, but still, it's way too much money.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
We got 3 of them for $9.
How?
At the fucking
at the gas station we were walking home. But so when I finally did get up,
yeah,
I kind of turned around, and I seen the 2 Sharks fans behind me, and they kind of gave me a head nod, and one of them gave me a thumbs up, and I'm like, okay, good. Like, I'm not as big of a prick as I feel like right now, because I really did feel like an asshole for doing that.
Yeah,
but like, seriously, how much money did we pay for them fucking tickets?
I think they were like in 135.
I don't fucking care about mascots.
I don't think. Listen,
like, dude, I paid a lot of fucking money.
These are professional fucking athletes. It's not like we're watching fucking even scratch is annoying, you know.
Yeah,
and you paid $20 for those tickets, but like seriously, this is fucking this is professional fucking sports here.
Yeah,
you know that is absolutely unacceptable.
Oh yeah,
unacceptable.
I almost feel like fucking writing the San Jose Sharks organization and just being like, tell your goddamn mascot that he is not the reason why we're here. Like I mean, I don't know if I would do it, but I kind of
write them
like
a goddamn letter.
I would be fucking justified in it.
Oh, absolutely, you would be. Yeah, I was, and maybe,
and that's like what I'm saying. Like, good parts of our trip
Yeah.
were great, and in retrospect, the bad parts of our trip are pretty fucking funny.
Hilarious. I'm so happy that happened to you. I mean, of course it did, right? Cole, you're the guy that hates the fucking mascots. And what are these guys doing? They're just mascotting it right in front of your fucking face, man. I don't know. But no, the fun didn't stop there with the fucking pricks, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So the asshole family, the asshole brigade, I'll call them.
The family in front of us that
the fuckers.
There were 2 of them that were especially horrible.
Yeah. The one actually you know what's funny is there was the Wild fans that were next to us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were with that fucking loser at the end.
Oh yeah, that fucking guy sucked too.
That guy was so annoying. Like, and he actually got talked to by the security or whatever. They're not security at that point, but you know, because he kept running down. Like, this fucking guy had a hilarious jersey.
Oh yeah,
it said 0 days. So
the number on the jersey was 0,
Yeah.
and then the name on the back of the jersey was days sober.
Funny, dumb, great. We saw it. We got a chuckle out of it. We moved on with our lives. This fucking cock ass that was sitting in our aisle was like, well, I got to go get a picture of this guy. Runs, chases him all the way down the fucking
the steps
just to get a picture. And then security's like, you can't do that. Well, then.
Well, and the reason is because he ran down during gameplay.
Yeah.
And he was blocking which pisses me off that the fucking ushers will tell people you can't walk down the stairs while the game is playing because you're blocking the view, but the fucking mascot will be doing dumb shit like that while the game is. It's fucking insane.
Wear a jersey or wear a Sharks costume next time, and then they won't care.
God. It's insane, dude.
It is absolute insanity. But then the 2 assholes, the girlfriend kept coming down, or she did it twice.
She did it 2 times.
Rather than this guy saying, sorry about that, we won't do that again.
Yeah.
He gets fucking argumentative with this guy. He's like, what are you going to do? She's already sitting down. And he's just saying, hey.
Now you're being fucking annoying. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that Usher did not have this guy taken out.
Yeah. Goodbye.
It pissed me off that he didn't.
Well, that's what pisses me off, too, about, like, there's no fly list. Like, how people are allowed to berate flight attendants, how they're allowed to berate anybody.
Yeah.
Like, the second you start to speak like that, get the fuck out. Done. Goodbye. You're making everybody uncomfortable.
And
I don't know.
And he did this shit to this usher
twice
before he started cocking off to me.
Yeah. Oh, and that was great because then he turns around to you because the Sharks were already down by 3.
It was 1-3 at this point.
Yeah.
And then the Sharks score a goal. And I'm kind of just fucking watching. You're celebrating. I'm like, cool for Tayler, but I'm just kind of watching the ice. Like,
of course.
Fuck it. We're still up 3-2. It's still 3-2. We're still up, right? And this fucking loudmouth turns around, smacks me on the knee, and goes, "Why you so sad, bro?" And I'm just like, this motherfucker. I was like, your team sucks. I know we're getting another goal. Like,
at least one more.
I mean, it's still the very early. It's the very early second period.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes later, the Wild score a goal. I jump up, making an ass of myself. Yeah! Fuck you! Yeah! Right? And then I go and I fucking smack this dude on the shoulder. Like, he was just face forward. I smacked this dude on the shoulder. I'm like, why you look so sad, bro? Like, fuck that guy.
I thought for sure we're getting into it.
I was like, and I said to you, dude, I don't mean to, but I think I'm going to get into a fight tonight. Like, I was amped the fuck up.
It was those Coors Lights, dude.
Asshole, dude.
It was those Coors Lights.
I was being an asshole.
Don't drink Coors Lights anymore, Cole.
Now, this is something I said, and I don't regret it. This was funny as shit. So I'm 42 years old. I don't fucking look young. I got grays in my beard and shit, you know? Like, I don't look old, but I don't look like I'm under 21, right?
No.
So we're walking through the beer line, and this fucking guy, he's like, "I need to see your ID." And I look at him and I says, "Man, if they're checking my ID, people in California must look fucking rough." Which isn't true. There was some gorgeous fucking people out there, man.
Oh, yes, there were. Yeah. I don't know. I like the idea of the self-scanning that we went through. That line was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was.
I showed you the trick too. You take the fucking beers that are the hardest to get to because they're the coldest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't take out of the first row. But you take out of the very last corner of the row where it's really hard to get to.
But yeah, they you just set them on this thing. You don't scan them or anything. You just set them on this platform.
Yeah, and it fucking knows what it is.
I don't know how they do it, but they did it. And yeah, we drank Coors, $16 24-ounce Coors Light. Cool.
God damn, that was so expensive.
What are you gonna do? But yeah, hockey. The game itself was fun. Cole has dementia. Everybody, just thought I'd make this.
I do have dementia. I'm fucking. I got to get tested for brain diseases.
We're out of the stadium pretty much completely, and Cole's like, "I forgot my phone after the game," and I said, "Are you fucking kidding me, Cole?" And fortunately, you were able to get back in with an escort.
Yeah, this guy who just his job is basically to stand outside and fucking
make sure people don't come back in.
Say, "Have a good night. Have a good night." That's his job basically. He just basically, and to make sure people don't try to go back in. Yeah. I explained to him, "Dude, I left my phone in there," and he's like, "What?" I was like, "I need to get back in. I left my phone in there. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's either in the cup holder where I was sitting, or it's in the bathroom, and I'm fucking screwed." And this guy's like,
"Did you say that to him? I'm fucking screwed."
I said that as we were walking. I told him, "I think it's in the cup holder in my seat," but right. And then when we're walking, this guy had to go get permission from someone to let me back in.
Yeah.
And then when we're walking towards my seat, I was like, "If I left it in the cup holder, great." I go, "But if I left it in the bathroom, I'm fucking screwed." And he's like, "Well, let's hope it's in the cup holder."
Yeah. That'd have been funny if you walked back and Sharky had it.
Had to fight a mascot for my phone.
That'd have been worth it.
Fortunately, it was there. What was the other thing I lost?
What was it?
Because you were giving me
was it
shit.
Your wallet? No.
You're giving me shit because I lost something earlier, and you're like, oh, this is the second thing you lost.
Was it the key card? No. Yeah, damn. What was it?
I don't know, but because you didn't bring up when you brought up the dementia thing, it was because I had lost something else somewhere.
And I said,
else.
you're not taking the key. You're not taking the key fob, Cole. I'm taking it.
Yeah, when we rented the car, it had one of those things one of those key fobs where you have to have it in the car to start it. Yeah. And Tayler took that all day from me, which thankfully that was a good decision on Taylor's part.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot. I kept losing shit all weekend.
I'll think of what it was. It was something important, I thought.
It was. Maybe it was something when we were in the airports or on the airplanes and shit, like to get onto the next plane.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I forgot to take all the shit out of my pockets to get through fucking security.
Oh, that was funny. That was hilarious. They don't fuck around, man.
No.
But yeah.
You know what I realized it was? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I said to you, all this over a pack of gum.
You had all kinds of shit in your pockets.
I had a bunch of shit in my pockets. I don't know why. I'm so. It was early, dude. We only slept for 3.5 hours before we had to get to the fucking airport.
Yeah.
I had the pack of gum. I had
lighter.
I had all kinds of shit in my pockets. I had all these tickets in my pocket, and then I gave them all of that, and then they patted me down again. They didn't find nothing, and they gave me all my shit back, and when I was putting my gum back into my pocket, I realized what it was. That Susan B. Anthony fucking dollar that they kept on giving us dollar coins at this one bar. This bar only accepted cash.
Yeah.
But they would give you dollar coins back for the change so they could account for their tips better or whatever. Those dollar coins are such a pain in the ass. But anyway, so I had a Susan B. Anthony coin in my pocket, and that's what set off the fucking metal detector.
No, it's everything.
Well, it was probably everything, but that's the big one.
Well, those new scanners that you go through, they detect everything. They know everything. Cole. So anyway, yeah. Oh, that was a whole trip. No, it's not. We went to Alcatraz. We went to Chinatown.
Alcatraz is the best fucking tour I've ever taken.
It is fucking cool. It started to suck a little bit for me.
Why?
Because I'm out of shape.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much walking up those hills.
Well, San Francisco, just walking from China, we got to San Francisco, and the first thing we did was go to Chinatown.
Yeah.
We went to the oldest dim sum restaurant in Chinatown. Dim sum is basically Chinese tapas.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was talking to my drummer tonight.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about...
Pedro?
No, Lucas.
God damn it.
No, Lucas. And I was telling him about this this trip that we went on.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we went to this dim sum place in San Francisco. He's like, oh, I've been to dim sum place in San Francisco. It's so fucking good. Yada yada yada. He's like, it's this tiny little place just off kind of the beaten path. And I'm like, do you gotta go down an alley almost to get there? And he's like, yeah.
It's called Hang Aw Tea.
Yeah. So he had been there too.
Yeah. It's the oldest dim sum place in Chinatown in San Francisco. It's 124 years old.
Oh my God, man. You did not get the dim sum.
I didn't. And I'm so happy I didn't.
I don't remember. What'd you get?
I got a braised brisket sort of Chinese dish, which I had never had anything like that.
Which was really good.
It was super good.
Yeah. And my dim sum was phenomenal, dude.
Yes.
Soup dumpling, spring roll, scallion pancakes. Oh my God. Pot stickers. To die for. That was so good. And you know what's funny is, up until that point, I guess we had been...
We had bad food basically up until that point.
Yeah. And I don't count the airport food. You can't really count that because it's airport food. They're doing their best, but sometimes
I don't know, man. That Twins Grill on the way back when we were in the Minneapolis airport, they got a Twins Grill. The sandwich was really good. The fucking soup sucked.
Yeah, my sandwich was good too.
Yeah.
But we had pizza, and then we had
every slice of pizza we had this weekend was not fucking great.
No. San Jose, not good for their pizza. Or what we had. I'm sure people are going to give us shit because I'm sure if we would have done the one place that did an hour and a half pizza, that might have been worth it. But then also I would have been so fucking pissed off if it wasn't.
Yeah. Waiting an hour and a half. Wait, what? There was an hour and a half pizza?
Yeah. At that place that we went bowling.
Really?
Right next door, that whatever it's called. They had a pizza, a grandma style pizza where you place the order. It takes an hour and a half for you to get it, but they said it's really good. But then again, the pizza I had up until that point, I wasn't feeling it, man. I just didn't want to be so disappointed. So, but yeah, that was probably, like you said, that was the best food we had up until that point. And fuck, was that good.
Yeah. And then all the food we had in San Francisco was good.
Yeah.
We had that. And then we got some fucking street fruit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Fruit from some street vendors. It was
Cole had never had chamoy before, so
you need to fucking remind me what that is so I can get it, so I can make it.
Oh, it's super easy.
Yeah, we had some some street vendors just sold us fucking watermelon.
Oh wait, let's get back to Alcatraz. Why was it your favorite tour ever?
Oh, dude, you just walk in and they give everybody a set of headphones.
Yeah.
And
Audio
you just
tour.
put the headphones on and you start the tour whenever you want. You just press play.
Yeah.
I press play probably 10, 15 seconds before Tayler. And then they say, okay, go here. And then they had
walk to the next aisle.
They had 8 different voice actors doing. 4 of them were prison guards. 4 of them were fucking prisoners. And they were doing it from the perspective. Well, they were doing it based on interviews from these inmates and these prison guards. And then they were playing like people clanging on the bars, people playing music.
It sounded like you were in the a jail.
And they were just basically, these voice actors were reading these interviews from these people. And then toward the end of when they would get done with their part, they would say, okay, now you go walk down this way until you see this. Yeah. And then they would start the next. So I would get that. I would follow the instructions. And then I think Tayler would just look at where I was and go there. You know?
No, I was listening to the instructions, you fucker.
Well, yeah, all right. Well, fuck you.
Fucking
anyway, so like we were basically taking the same tour, but we were doing it at, the pace where it was telling us to.
Yeah.
And then so after this tour was over, and it was really good, and it was, there was a lot of information there. It was really interesting and shit.
Yeah.
But after this tour was over, this lady at the beginning, she had told us, hey, there's these gardens on the back side of the island that a lot of people don't see. Maybe you might want to check these out. Yeah. So we went around, checked out. I didn't think there would be fucking a lot of plant life on Alcatraz Island. It's called The Rock. It's a big fucking rock. Oh, they fucking tilled this shit out, and they made these fucking beautiful fucking gardens.
Absolutely beautiful.
I sent pictures to my mom. She's really into flowers and shit. Yeah. And she's like, I had no idea it would look like that out there. I was like, Mom, and I said to my pop too. My pop is like, he's all like, California's a shithole. And I said to my pop, I was like, look, I know you don't have the highest opinion of California, but you got to admit, it's a fun place to visit. He's like, well, that's the last time we were there. I definitely think I might have to go back. I was like, if you go back, you got to get to San Francisco and go check some shit out.
Yeah.
San Francisco's,
so worth it.
You know what, though? I don't think we needed to spend a whole day there. I think we should have spent about less time there than we did.
I just think we did the wrong stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
Like there's other stuff. I think if we went further into the city rather than stuck by the bay, we mostly did stuff that was within walking distance of the Alcatraz tour,
and it was very touristy.
Very touristy.
And there was way too many chain restaurants around there.
Well, yeah. So everything that we had seen said go to.
Oh, wait! I'm sorry. So after the garden, we had to walk back through the area where these people were taking the tours.
Yeah.
And now we don't have the headphones on because we're not doing the tour anymore, and we're walking through this fucking area, and there's
silence.
There's at least 100 people in that fucking
in
that area, but it's completely silent. because all the tour is through headphones.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That was.
Really enjoyed. I liked the tour at the Winchester House too.
Yeah.
That lady was
Great
was
tour,
really
lady.
good.
Yeah.
But that Alcatraz one was the coolest fucking tour I've ever taken.
Yeah, it was super cool. And then you got to take the ferry as well, which I always liked going on the ferry.
I'm sure you
It's
do.
fun. I like it. And
I don't like boat rides. I think they're fucking.
But I don't know.
boring.
We got some cool shots or cool views of the Golden Gate Bridge. You know, we didn't have to get right up on it. We could see it from Alcatraz. We could see it. But yeah, if you're in San Francisco, I think that's a must tour.
Let's go to Alcatraz. It was really
It's
super awesome.
such a cool place.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we ate at that fucking restaurant. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was 99 years old. Everything we did was
old,
like close to 100, close to 25.
Oh, but before that,
1 year off.
Right, but before that, it was like, oh, check out. Everyone said check out Fisherman's Wharf, and I was like, oh yeah, that's something we should do because it's along the way. Because we wanted to go to the what was it called, museum.
I'll look it up when we take a break because I got to take a piss. But let's talk about that restaurant. We'll stop that first.
Before that, we had stopped at this Fisherman's Wharf because everybody says to do it, and it was a fucking shopping mall. It was an outdoor shopping mall with chain restaurant, Bubba Gum Shrimp, Auntie Anne pretzels, Lids. It was just
you actually stopped in Lids to buy some shit, but I get it because you were there because you're a Sharks fan.
I wanted to get a Sharks hat.
I
got
get
the
it.
Sharks
you
hat
wanted to get a Sharks hat
that I've wanted for a while
in California. I get it.
That I've wanted for a while, so I picked it up. But yeah, fuck that dude. Fisherman's Wharf can suck my ass. That place sucked.
The place you're talking about is called Musee Mecanique.
Musee Mecanique. All right. So before Musee Mecanique, we stopped at this restaurant.
It's 99 years old. It's right on the ocean.
It was confusing as fuck because you walk in and it's a shit ton of pictures of celebrities everywhere. And not like pictures of celebrities like, hey, we ate here. It's
just pictures of celebrities. Like there's Prince. I remember that one vividly, but and the reason I remember that one so well is because Prince wasn't in the restaurant. It was just a picture of Prince. It's
great.
Like, what the fuck?
But the view is really nice of the bay, so you got to sit down. Got a really nice view of the bay, and we got some good seafood. I ordered a soft shell crab sandwich, something I've never had a soft shell crab anything, and I wanted to finally give it a try, and it was very good. But you know what? I was not a huge fan of the shrimp cocktail.
I wasn't either.
Way overpriced.
I'm glad you bought it because I looked at their appetizers and I'm like, this shit does not look impressive.
Yeah, so
you bought it and you let me have one. I was like, he's paying way too much for this and he's giving me some. What a fucking dummy.
So the shrimp was way too big. So it wasn't tender. It was kind of rubbery. It was maybe overcooked. I don't know. Real fishy.
It came in an ice cream cup. And the bottom
full of lettuce.
The bottom half of it was full of shredded iceberg lettuce, and then there's a little bit of cocktail sauce. These shrimps were so big that basically less than a quarter of them had cocktail sauce on them.
Yeah, I don't know. And the cocktail sauce is like, fuck, I can make this way
like
better.
That shit you get at Walmart, where you get the big whole fucking platter with the fucking little piece of cocktail sauce in the middle.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
It would have been.
But the main course was delicious.
What do you call yours again?
Ciopini. I say it wrong. I know I say it wrong.
Ciopini.
I know I say it wrong. Because she pronounced it the correct way, and I cannot remember how she pronounced it. Ciopini.
Yeah. So it's
it's a dish that was created in San Francisco by Italian fishermen. Where if they went out and they had a bad day, they would ask other fishermen for like a little bit of theirs, and they would take whatever they had given them and make a dish in tomato sauce, wine, thyme, oregano, a little bit of basil,
a little smorgasbord. So you get a little bit of everything.
And then when that fisherman that had a bad day, he had a really good day, then he would give someone else, and I've had it before.
Do you know what that's called, Cole?
Huh?
You know what that's called?
Paying it forward.
Communism.
Yeah,
fucking
you know
communist.
what? I'm fucking fine. Now, I'm not fine with communism, but I think socialism is better than what we got, and that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I've had this shit before, and it was good the last time I had it.
Yeah.
This time was excellent.
Was it? Good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. So, well, after your delicious, our delicious meal at, what the fuck was it?
I don't know what it was called.
We don't even know what it was called. We forget because we're stupid.
We went to
do we have the power of the internet? Yeah, we're not gonna look it up. Oh, fuck you.
We went to the San Francisco Musee Mecanique.
And I remember we kind of talked about it, and you said something. I saw our old arcade games, and I'm already like, fuck yeah, let's go. Not realizing really what this was.
Yeah.
And I know you had
I don't think we really played any video games there. We played bubble hockey.
We played bubble hockey. I'm trying to think. I played some of the old timey games.
Oh
like,
yeah, but those aren't even video games. They're just
no. They're all mechanical.
They're games with like springs and levers and shit.
Yeah, like old school pinball stuff. But this place, the vast majority of the stuff to play were these little puppet shows, if you want to call it that, these mechanical puppet shows from back in fucking, I don't know where they got these from. And you'd pay anywhere between 50 cents, 25 cents to a quarter, or 25 cents to 50 cents. And you would watch these little shows. And there were some racist and
dark. They were either super dark or super racist, and they were kind of hilarious.
Yeah, they were.
Like in how fucking horrible some of this shit was.
Well, we watched how many executions? We watched
at least 3.
We watched 2 hangings and a guillotine.
And a guillotine, yeah.
Oh my god, it was so funny. So yeah, you just put the quarter in, this little shit happens, and then away she goes. My favorite machines, though. My favorite machines.
Oh, apparently this place was featured in the Princess Diaries, which I've never seen, but
I might have to go back and watch it. Nah, I won't. But no, I was so impressed with this place. It was so cool, well maintained. My favorite things to play with though were the what do you even call them, Cole? They were these music boxes.
Those were cool.
They were almost
like the self-playing pianos,
but it was a full band.
Sometimes it was just a self-playing piano. Sometimes it would be an accordion. And sometimes it was like a full fucking band with a fucking xylophone, a drum, a piano.
It was so cool.
It was such a weird, crazy place.
I mean, people weren't playing those.
Music boxes, coin-operated fortune tellers.
Oh, yeah. A lot of
mutoscopes, video games, love testers, player pianos, peep shows. Oh yeah, there was
there was a couple peep shows,
photo booths, the dioramas. Where I think that's kind of what we're talking about, like the things.
Well, they were huge. I think the dioramas. There was like a farm. There was it was just massive. You pop this quarter in.
The mutoscopes are what you would watch the dirty pictures on.
Oh yeah,
and the old movies. I mean,
just dumb, but fucking awesome.
But these dioramas would move.
Yeah.
And they would decapitate people. And they would fucking hang people.
Well,
and
they
would
dioramas, though. I think the dioramas were the big ones.
They were bigger than this room.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them were.
Yeah.
There was, oh my God, it was so fucking racist.
Well, the couple of them. My favorite one was
the black people eating the watermelon.
I didn't see that one.
Oh my! I'll show you. I took video of that one.
You're gonna cancel them? No, my favorite, Cole. My favorite was like, "Hey, Taylor, look at this sign." It said, "Do not play if you are easily offended." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be so bad."
And it was just cowboys fucking farting.
Yeah.
Because everything else was super offensive, and this one was just cowboys eating beans and farting.
Oh my God. I was very offended though by the end of it. By the end of that one, yeah.
It was like all these machines were over 100 years old.
Some of them, yeah.
Well, most of them were over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's impressive that people were making those kinds of things just for entertainment too.
Yeah.
Like that long ago.
Yeah,
and
thoroughly impressed, man.
But it's also like, I hope people don't keep. I hope people keep making those, but I hope they don't keep the same themes. You know what I mean? Like,
man, could you imagine?
Oh, the one opium den. There was a dragon that was poking his head head out of a door. There was a dead guy in there.
A coffin that just popped out. Yeah,
there was people just passed out. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to like look at that on the fucking internet, it's spelled Musee, and then I don't know how you spell mechanique. MECANIQUE.
I'm guessing, they were just.
It was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And cool.
It was amazing.
And horrible.
It was.
There was two of them. After the end of it, I was just like, that was dark. You know, like.
Yeah. I will say this. It was sort of like the Pinball Hall of Fame, but for racist, old timey shit. You know,
or just dark shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was cool though. It was super cool.
It was like seeing some kind of period of history, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know. You can't censor that shit. It's already happened. We have to deal with it, and it's a cool look back at where we
what
came from.
entertainment was.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, then we got back to San Jose. I think that was the night that we decided to eat some tacos at the taco truck when we got back.
San Jose. We started eating tacos the night before.
Oh, was it? Okay. So yeah, that was probably some of the best food we had all weekend was at this taco truck. We stopped there twice.
Mm-hmm. We tried to stop there a third time, but they weren't in that spot no more.
Yeah. And I'm always a big fan of. I love Americana, and I love that every major city has their own version of the hot dog.
Oh, you're talking about these street vendors?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got that fruit cup earlier from one of them street cup vendors.
So go to Chicago. What do you got on a Chicago dog? You've got sweet, bright green. You have to have the neon green relish. If you don't, get the fuck out. You got to have mustard. You got to have tomato. You got to have sport pepper on a poppy seed bun. Like, that's what makes a fucking Chicago dog.
Celery salt, don't they put celery salt on that shit?
Celery salt as well. Seattle dog is grilled onions, grilled peppers, and cream cheese smear. Fucking awesome.
I don't know if this is what they would call a San Francisco dog.
This is a West Coast.
It's so fucking good.
It's an LA dog is what it is. Okay. I don't know. It must have made its way up to there. But an LA dog is bacon-wrapped hot dog, fried, okay? You've got...
On a flat top grill.
Yep.
They toast the bun on there.
Yep. Onions, bell peppers, and if you want to get a little spicy, they'll throw a Serrano on there. They offered it. I said no way because I know how fucking hot Serranos are.
And you started getting the hiccups that night anyway.
Yeah,
too.
I said no way.
And then they put fucking ketchup,
mustard,
mayo, and mustard.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of having. And it's not fucking hot dogs. These are bratwursts, basically.
Yeah, they're big. They're big boys. They're big boys.
If they're a hot dog, they're fucking huge hot dog. And I'm not a big fan of ketchup on a hot dog. And I was like, fuck, should I tell them no mayo?
Nope.
But I kept all of that shit on
have
there.
It.
And that shit was good.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Really good.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I still think my favorite hot dog out of all of the locations is still the Seattle dog. Personally, I like the Seattle dog the best.
I want to try to go to Arizona next year to see the coyotes.
You grabbing Miller
for you?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, never mind. Fuck you. I want to go to Arizona next year to try to see the coyotes play in Mullet Arena before they are forced to move
to Utah. Sounds like they are going.
But I do want to go to Chicago, watch the Blackhawks play the Wild. That's a rivalry, kind of, except for the teams kind of suck now, so it's not an intense rivalry.
Right.
But I do want to try a Chicago hot dog.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
And I want to buy a Chicago pizza just so I can throw it in the trash.
I don't think you would. It's good.
Okay.
I like it. I like a Chicago pizza. I've had it. It's good. But yeah, so San Jose. Anything else that we're missing? Oh, Winchester Mystery House. We did miss that, which was pretty cool. It was something that I just kind of looked up as oh, this sounds kind of cool. And I mentioned it to Ashley, and she said, "Fuck you! You can't go there without me."
Fuck you, bitch! Buy a fucking plane ticket.
And then I said, "You know what?"
Sorry, I didn't mean to call your girlfriend a bitch, but
I said, "You know what?
We're not missing out on shit."
So we went, and it's this fucking huge ass house that is a fucking mansion built on a mansion built on a mansion.
No, it's a. This lady fucking bought. I owe you $10 more.
Cool.
This lady bought a
little
house.
farmhouse. No,
She
little
bought a
farmhouse.
house with 8 rooms in it.
Yeah.
It was a 1-story house, and then she built on top of it. She turned it into a 2-story house, and then she started building more onto that house and more and more and more and more. And by the time she fucking died, she had built 160 rooms onto this house. This lady inherited the Winchester rifle fortune, basically.
Yeah, from her
her husband,
late husband.
was her father-in-law owned the Winchester Rifle Company.
Yeah.
He died and left the company to his son, her husband, and he died like 3 months later, and he left everything to her. She was rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And she built this 8-story house, or this 8-room house, into a 160-room mansion. And it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, there was no. I mean, there are these rumors that. I mean, I'm not going to get into the rumors. If you want to,
She apparently people think she did it to keep ghosts away, but there's no proof that's why.
There's no proof one way or the other. But I just want to say, like, just the insanity of it.
She built a staircase that just went to a ceiling. It didn't even go to a room.
There's so there's doors that you open up and it's a fucking wall. It's just
there's doors you open up and then on the second floor, and then you just fall down to the ground outside.
Yeah, it's a weird setup, and I don't know the rhyme or the reason for a lot of
that
it.
plant room she had where she was growing plants was cool.
Yeah, and it was funny because the reason that it had perked my ears up when I had seen this is Ashley and we watched this show called Ghost Files, and one guy is a fucking skeptic and he's hilarious. He's so fucking funny, and then this other guy is like, I probably have talked about this before on the podcast, but this other guy is like super into ghosts. So you've got like this yin and yang, right? And they had done the Winchester Mystery House like fucking I don't know how many times, and I said, "Oh, okay." So we were watching it, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, the more I learn about it, the more I read about it, it's just this lady. I just think was fucking out there. I
kind of think she was really rich. She had money to burn,
nothing better to do,
and she had nothing better to do with her money except for fucking pay people. She paid people really well,
and that is something fucking cool. So I do want to look at something here, Cole. Okay. There was a figure that was given that she was spending $1,000 a day on this house. Okay, I'm just gonna put this into. I don't remember exact. The furthest back I can go is 1913. Okay,
1886 is when she started building on it, and she lived until like 1920 something.
I think the furthest I can go back is 1913. So we'll just say, for the sake of argument, 1913. And she was spending $1,000 a day. That's equivalent in today's money to $31,000 a day.
Yeah.
Just burning her money, burning her inheritance. I just think
and she never ran out of money.
Yeah, I just think she was fucking bored. I just think she was just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's build another thing. I don't know. Put a door here. I don't care. Fucking do it. That's my opinion. But I don't know. I
honestly think she probably had some kind of mental illness.
That could be.
But I also think she just wanted to keep people employed.
I think so too. I think she maybe liked having the people around.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, if you're treating them good and they're willing to work and you're going to house them and all
It's
this
from
shit.
the outside. It's a beautiful house.
It's
from the inside.
magnificent.
It's fucking insane and gaudy.
It was super unpractical, like just dumb. Like I'm impressed with the square footage. I'm impressed with all the rooms and shit, but none of it was practical. It wasn't like you had a studio or you had this or that. It was just fucking nuts.
The most practical thing was the wash area where they would wash the dishes.
Yeah.
And then where they would wash the clothes.
Oh, yes.
And then the linen area up above it where they would keep the fabric or the linens or the clothes. That was the most practical thing. The kitchen was also practical, except for you could walk out a door and then fall into the sink in the fucking kitchen. Like
dumb.
some shit was just so fucking weird. It was cool though. Like I said, from the outside, the place was gorgeous.
Right. And the thing that pissed me off is if they would have offered a quote unquote extended tour that took you into the attic area and took you into the basement,
Yeah.
I would have totally paid for
But
that.
the other tour that took you into the
You had the
basement was about like fucking
Spiritualism.
ghost bullshit.
And then you go into this seance.
I would have. That tour was so good. That woman. Okay, so you go to the Custer House and you got some fucking jack off, fucking dressed like a old timey fucking soldier.
Yeah.
Going to fight. I'm gonna go fight the Indians and get slaughtered by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse. This jack off fucking giving you this tour. Those tour guides always fucking suck, right? And I see this lady come out dressed up in like this period.
Yeah, you're like this.
And
is
I'm
gonna
like,
be
this
dumb.
is gonna be awful. That woman was so good.
Yeah.
She should be fucking hired as a goddamn actress because her timing, and she retained all that fucking information for all these. It's 160 rooms. We went through 100. We didn't stop in every one of them, but we walked through 110 rooms. We stopped at probably maybe 15 of them, and she gave us information on all the rooms we were walking through before we walked through she was really good, and her jokes landed, and then she would bring up old shit from other tours about things little kids said about that room's for a quesadilla, or that cupboard's for quesadillas, that one's for puppet shows. Doesn't make sense to the people listening to us, but to me and Taylor, that joke fucking landed. You know?
So she opened up this one door, and behind it was, she said, it was the largest cupboard and the smallest cupboard in the whole house.
In the same room.
In the same room, and she opened up one, and it was just this. It was basically a door to nothing. It was boards behind it. Then she opened up the other door, and it was
an entire fucking 2 rooms.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a great joke. But yeah, she was fantastic. But the other tour was a spiritualism tour, which is like, oh, okay, that's dumb. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, maybe we should have done that. And until we walked into the quote unquote seance room.
That was so stupid. And she even admitted nobody knows what she was actually doing in here.
Good for her. You know, I'm really glad that she had brought that up. And you walk in there and they had all of these floating candles hanging from fishing line and shit. I'm like, oh my God. If we would have done the spiritualism tour, they would have done some hokey bullshit.
And she was telling us hey, when you walk into this one room, look for this ghost. I have no idea what the fuck she was talking about.
Oh, I just think you know what's funny is because there was one guy on the tour that had asked about the number 13. That's when I had the utmost respect for this woman. He said, what's with the number 13? So she said, well, the number 13 is numerology. You know, it's a bad omen, yada, yada, yada. It's a number to do with the occult. But during her time, this is what she says. She says during Sarah Winchester's time, she would very unlikely had known about that. Mm-hmm. It was just something that wasn't commonplace.
Yeah, it was her favorite number.
It was her favorite number, and that's just what she did. You know? And so everybody nowadays just equates it to, oh, this person was into the occult and all numerology. No, she wasn't.
You had read a bunch of shit after this.
Yeah.
After this tour. I had read a bunch of shit before this tour. And The woman who was doing the tour told us this story about how after her husband and her kid died, that she had went and seen this spiritualist.
Yeah.
The spiritualist told her, like, you need to build this house.
You can't stop building, or
and
you got to pay for the sins of the Winchester rifle
because of all the deaths caused by the Winchester rifles. That's like it's karma, right? And that's why you're being haunted by death. Here's the thing: she never expressed any regret over anything that happened with the Winchester rifles.
Yeah. Why would she?
If she had, she would have given all the money away rather than build the fucking house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so
ridiculous.
She's a crazy old bitch.
And but she was awesome too.
But she was awesome. I'm not saying she was bad. I'm just saying she was fucking crazy. And good for her. You know what? So I don't know. It's funny. I did not leave the Winchester house having. I thought I went in with a very neutral opinion, and I left with even more of an opinion of it not being hokey bullshit. You know.
I just
it was
thought,
just.
I
Like,
left
it was
with
a
the
really
opinion.
cool piece of history.
I went with the opinion of. When I left with the opinion of. Wait, I'm gonna restart this. I went in with the opinion of I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this or not.
Yeah.
And I left with the opinion of I'm so happy we did this. Like, it wasn't my very favorite thing about our trip, but I really thought it was very cool and worth doing.
Yes, absolutely.
And that tour took probably over an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not like, oh shit, this is going on too long. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I almost wish that we would have gone a little slower just so you could take in everything.
Well, there was that other group right behind us, right on our ass. And I think that woman who our tour guide wanted to take more time, but she was rushed because that other tour group was right on her ass.
It makes sense. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, highly recommend it. Well, you know what's cool is they are retiring. She said that they were retiring the
spiritualist part.
But hopefully they come up with a cooler one because I would love to visit the basement. I would love to visit even more of the house if possible. But yeah,
I would love to not go back to San Jose. I liked San Jose. It was a good time. It was a good one-time trip. It's super expensive. Like being upper lower class. I'm not even gonna say lower middle class. Upper lower class in Bismarck. Yeah. I'm comfortable. In San Jose, it is fucking expensive.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. It was so funny. We had stopped at this where we picked up our Turo. I kind of threw a bit of trivia at you. I'm like, hey, Cole. I pointed at this house, 1,200 square foot house. I'm like, hey, how much?
Turo is a rental car that you rent from people like Airbnb. You just rent their actual car.
Yeah. So I said, hey, Cole, how much do you think this house is worth? And you're like, I don't know. I think you said 200,000.
No, I said in Bismarck, this house would be 150,000. I think it's 300,000.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was 1.3 million.
I'm like, what the fuck? There's no basement there. That thing is smaller than your upper floor.
Yeah. Well, fucking wild, dude. I don't know.
Wild. More like insane, dude.
More like Sharky.
No.
Fuck that guy. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of left with the same opinion, too. Like, San Jose was cool. If I were to come back to this area, it would definitely be
not downtown.
It would be towards the northern San Francisco side.
I wouldn't want to go to San Francisco either.
I think there's more to see and do there, but I would say north. Head to the Redwoods, man.
Yeah.
Yosemite or fucking something like that. Because, a redwood.
What did you think of the Redwoods, man? You've never seen a redwood tree before.
I had never seen one, and actually, I did. I have seen one. It was dead. It was tipped over, and it was washed up on the shore of a beach, and it was fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. So I see this redwood, and actually before we went to the Redwoods, we got a lift, and we were talking to the Lyft driver, and Cole thought I was trying to start shit with the guy, talking about the spiritualism and how I don't believe any of the shit that they were saying about Sarah Winchester, and then he's like, well, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, well, we're gonna go to the Redwoods. We're renting a car, going to the Redwoods, and he goes, oh, you should go to this park. It's all
Yeah, we told him we were going to Henry Cowell Redwood State Park.
And he said, oh, that's all new growth. And I started to get kind of like, oh, new growth. Like that means the trees are going to be little or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I was looking online as this guy's talking. I'm like, I got to look this up. And I saw pictures and people were standing next to like huge fucking trees. So I'm like, well, fuck this guy. There's some big trees out here.
Yeah.
And
that guy was pissing me the fuck off. I didn't like him.
So we get to the Redwoods, and it was fucking awesome, man. Like they were so impressive. So fucking impressive, man. And I said a couple of times, like, Cole, this is like another fucking world, man.
Oh yeah, oh for sure.
It's otherworldly. It is like being on a different planet. I swear to God, like it's unlike anything I've ever experienced.
Well, there's nothing like it in this state. There's nothing even close to it.
But that's the thing, right? That's the thing about California. That's so fucking cool to me. You'll be in the city, in the valley for like just buildings, people, bullshit. Then you get on a road for 45 minutes and then all of a sudden, okay, we're in the mountains. We're in the fucking mountains.
That was one of the funniest things you said to me. So we drove from Henry State Cowell National Park to Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know how long that drive was. 7 miles.
I mean, it's longer.
It was 6 miles.
6 miles.
6 miles. The drive was quite a long time because there's windy roads and shit. And you can only go like 35 miles an hour. But you're like, how the fuck are we going from the mountains to the beach in 6 miles? And I'm just like, it's going to happen. You'll see. And all of a sudden, there's redwoods all around us. And then all of a sudden, there's nothing. It's just like fucking dumbass grass and stupid little trees.
Oh, no, yeah,
and then we drive another fucking mile, and there's a whole fucking city.
Yeah. And then it's a beach town, too. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Fuck Santa Cruz. I don't fucking like Santa Cruz.
Well, we'll get to that. But
then we drove outside of Santa Cruz 4 miles, and we're in another state park on this fucking beautiful beach.
Yeah.
4 Mile beach.
Yeah, unbelievable.
With this fucking beautiful woman who's taking selfies of herself and not looking at anything. What a dumb bitch.
Well, it's
doing
funny.
fucking Instagram shit.
Well, it was funny because she had said, so there was this stream, and the beach was cool, but across the beach,
the beach wasn't cool. But once you cross that fucking creek,
it was like rocks and like you could see the waves smash up against it,
and this big fucking cliff
and
with a big huge natural hole in it. And
I said, "Oh man, I gotta do it." And on our way back, after we had seen all that, it was so fucking awesome. It was so cool. And after we had that gal that was sitting there on the beach, I think she was the girl that was kind of chickened out, and she had said something. She said, "Oh, is it worth going over there?" I said, "Yes." Absolutely. I said, roll up your pants. I don't know if she was wearing shorts. I said
she's wearing pants and a leather jacket.
I said, roll up your pants and walk across because I said it's a little cold, but it's worth it over there, So super glad that we did that. And then got to experience the beach. And it was kind of funny. We got to Santa Cruz and it fucking sucked. Very touristy. Not quite as bad as the Fisherman's Wharf.
No, Fisherman's Wharf was worse, but Santa Cruz sucked.
It was packed, and
and I ran into that curb there too.
Yeah,
that's another reason why you're saying my driving sucked. But those fucking lanes were too narrow, and that curve, there was fucking windy ass roads.
But I don't know,
California.
So we got so Santa Cruz, huge beach, huge tourist spot. I'm sure if you were to hit the waves or hit the beach during a really hot part of the time of the year, might be cool.
Those surfers were nuts. It was cold as shit out, and like they're out there, and man, they're coming towards these rocks and shit. Those guys, I got a load of respect for them guys because they got more balls than I do, even though they're shriveled because of that cold water.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking amazing, dude. Hey, check out the Redwoods if you ever have a chance. That's
the
me.
Redwoods are something
Yeah.
you can never. You can show people pictures. You can never explain that shit.
Yeah, it's something else to see trees that huge. I don't know.
If I ever go
Different
back
world.
to California, I got to go see some fucking sequoias. Like they're
they the
not
same?
they're not as big around,
Way taller though, right?
but they're way taller. And I can't believe how tall redwoods get.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like,
Yeah. We gotta see banana slugs, Cole.
yeah, we seen
Two of
I
them.
seen 4 of them.
Oh, the two are
you
fucking.
you seen two, but off in the distance there was 2 of them, like side by side. But they were so far away that if I took a picture,
You'd have to blur it out because they were fucking.
yeah, that too. But yeah, banana slugs. I never seen one before,
Yeah.
and one was the size of my middle finger, just a little bit longer than my middle finger, and
least
fat
6
as
inches long.
fuck. And then the other one was longer than my hand, my whole hand. It was that shit was cool, man.
Really cool. And it's so funny, too, because you had mentioned last time you and your family were in California, your dad was all butthurt because it wasn't banana slug season. It's too cold.
Yeah, he really wanted to see one. He really, and I felt bad that he never got to see one. But I was like, we kind of kept that a secret from Elijah that we were going to the Redwoods.
Yeah.
And because the last time when I told him I was going to go see the Redwoods, he kicked my ottoman across the room. He's like, I wouldn't want to do that, and Adam won't go with me. I'm like,
You got to do it yourself, brother.
and so this time
Brother.
we didn't tell him we were going out there. And so we
Did you
just
send
sent
him
him
a
a picture. And he really seemed pretty cool about it. He's like, hey, man, I want to talk to you guys when you get back. So either he wants to hear about it or he's going to fucking murder us.
Ooh, wow.
But
Thanks for
also, I told my pop, like, we're going to find a banana slug. I sent him, he was so excited that I got to see one.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks, Pop. That was cool.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So I think the moral of the story is skip the cities in California, hit up the nature, because I honestly think that that's where it's at.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and get Mexican food, and get and
Yeah.
don't go to a fucking weird ass fucking chain. Go to these old ass fucking places and eat their food. If they've been around for 124 years
There's a good
or
reason for it.
99 years, then it's good.
That's a good
Yeah.
reason for it, man.
And go to fucking people who sell tacos on the street. Go to people who sell hot dogs on the street.
You know, I saw this TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of pissed off about it because there was this one guy and he said, he was kind of making fun of food trucks. Like, oh, you want to go to, I want to go to a food truck. Oh, well, do you want the same food that you can get at a restaurant but way more expensive? Well, yeah.
We didn't pay a lot for the fucking food we got.
I don't think so. I paid like, I paid, plus tip, I think it was like $20 for 3 tacos. But I mean, it was so filling. It was so much food.
How much would you pay at any one of them? We paid $16 for a fucking cocktail at a goddamn fucking. The best bar there is called Cash Only.
Oh, yeah.
They only take cash.
Yeah.
No credit cards at all.
Yeah.
And you go to the bathroom and all they play is Johnny Cash.
Well, not just all, they just play one song.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Because they had license plates from everywhere.
Yeah. In the bathroom.
So, I don't know. Was there anything else that we missed about our trip, Cole?
That fucking dumb bitch, that crazy lady that fucking scoffed at me.
Because you smiled at her, you
We
fucker.
walked by this lady and I was like, and we walked by her and then she was talking and shit and we went like 20 feet further
Yeah.
away from her. She was like half a block. She was like 20 feet behind us. And I says to Tayler, I was like, hey, is that lady on like a headset or is she just talking to herself? Is she just crazy? He's like, I don't know. What are you talking about? It's like that lady over there. She was like, and so whatever.
90% of the time, Cole, in California, they're talking to themselves.
So we kept walking, and we go to this pizza place, and then we eat. And about an hour later, we see the same lady, and she's walking in our direction while we're walking towards her direction. And I kind of just smile at her, and she goes, "Ugh," and And Taylor's like immediately, he's like, did she just scoff at you? I was like,
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. Like, this homeless crazy lady thinks I'm not in her league, so, you know.
You are way out of her league.
I am a homely motherfucker. That's the lesson of this story, of the whole trip.
Don't smile at anybody. And also, don't fly into San Jose because your flight will be delayed on the way back. You'll have to stay an extra day.
Dude, that was so awesome.
That we got to stay?
I loved it. I know how stressed out that made you.
It was a little stressful.
I loved it.
Well, hey.
We didn't even say that part of the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, on our way back, we got our
We were supposed to come back on Monday, and our whole shit got fucked up.
Yeah. So
and they're like, you can fly into Salt Lake City, but you're not going to get your connecting flight, and you're going to have to stay in Salt Lake City. And Taylor got on the phone and handled shit. Like, he's just like, that's earlier when I said in the podcast, if you caught that, where I was like, I still owe you $10.
I do.
Because we had to stay in San Jose an extra night. And so we had to, pay the fucking hotel that we were staying in. And, like, yeah, our shit got all fucked up. I was supposed to be at work on Tuesday.
That's why you were happy.
And they're like, and I had to call work and get somebody fucking cover for me and shit.
Yeah.
Taylor wanted this whole extra day off in between our vacation and going to work.
Yeah.
Just to decompress and shit and get shit like done, like all the laundry and unpacking and all that shit. Now, he lost that. And so we stayed in San Jose an extra day, and we had already done everything we wanted to do. And it's like, well, what do we do now?
Oh.
Nothing. Just walk through a shady ass area of fucking San Jose.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
And go to a comic store.
It was just that. Okay.
And go on these fucking dumbass bikes.
Oh, wait. We got to tell this
Fucking
story.
hate
We got to
that.
tell this story. So, I forgot about that. So
that was fucking stressful, dude.
For you, maybe. It was fine for me. I was totally cool with it. So, for those listeners that don't know, if you've gotten this far, Cole doesn't do well with technology. And San Jose, Cole, is the tech capital of the world. Oh, tech capital of the U.S. anyway.
We were a block away from Zoom headquarters, and what are the other two big?
Adobe.
Their
San
headquarters.
Jose, I think Apple is headquartered in San Jose someplace.
No, what was the other one that had the fucking dumb fucking shit outside, the design company that had the dumb...
Adobe.
What was the other one?
Adobe.
Okay, whatever. You can keep saying the same thing, but there was a third company.
There might have been. San Jose is known for all this shit. So,
It's
anyway.
the heart of Silicon Valley.
It is. You're right.
So
that's what the mayor said. So yeah, we we get these. I convinced Cole. I said let's try these e-bikes out. And so what it is it's a company owned by Lyft, same company that does Lyft. And you just check out these bikes and you take them. There's an undocking fee for
$3.
$3. It's $4, and then you pay every minute. I forget what it is, or every mile. I forget. Anyway,
Every minute. Every minute is 30 cents.
Yeah. So I said, all right, Cole, let's take a little bike ride to this comic book shop. So I check out my bike and I'm waiting for Cole, and this one.
So I check out the bike that has the most minutes on it.
You try to. And
I tried to, and I undock it, and Taylor goes, Cole, there's no seat on that bike.
But you tried a different one. It wouldn't let you do it. You're like, fuck it. So you went over this other one with the next. You undocked it for $4.
Yeah. And then Taylor goes, Cole, there's no seat on that bike. Like, motherfucker. So I had to fucking put it back in the thing. And
oh my God.
And I got charged $4 for that.
Did you? You should look into that. See if you really did. See if they refunded you.
I'll double check it. And then I got a new bike.
Yeah.
And then Taylor's saying, well, no, we have to go down this street. I was like, Taylor, the fucking comic shop is on this street.
Yeah.
It's straight down this street.
But yet,
Like-
I was saying we had to go the other way to get it docked.
Why do we have to fucking go to where you're telling me to go to put the bike away just so we can walk back to the fucking more distant? I was so pissed at you at that point, like, because I didn't want to do these stupid fucking bikes to begin with, and now you're telling me, hey, let's go out of our way so that we can walk, so we can pay for these dumb fucking bikes that I've already paid for one that I didn't get to use.
Well, I wanted to try it out.
I was so angry. So we
my
get
God.
down. We're a block away from the fucking spot we want to go to, this comic shop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's the spot where we put the bikes away. And you're like, oh, yeah, but we have 2 bikes.
There's only one spot
And
left.
there's only one spot. I almost told you to go fuck yourself. I was so fucking angry. I was like, I will dock my bike. You can go fuck yourself and go to the other spot. I was so mad at you.
But he didn't, folks. He walked with me.
We had to drive down. We had to bike down the only street in fucking San Jose that didn't have a bike lane. Every fucking street in San Jose has a fucking bike lane except for ours.
Did that freak you out?
I was so freaked out.
Oh my God.
Especially because, like I said, everyone in California is a crazy person who is on their horns all the fucking time. I was so angry with you. Like,
oh my God, that's so. I was calm as a clam, dude. I was cool
so
as a cucumber. I was cool. Oh my God.
I hated that. I will never try anything new again, and it's all your fault.
Oh my God, that is so funny, dude. Yeah, so the comic book shop was actually pretty cool.
It was a really
a nice one.
That dude was awesome. He talked too much, but he was really awesome.
Made some good suggestions because they didn't have the book you were looking for. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
cool.
the book I got wasn't the book he suggested wasn't the greatest book. I enjoyed it, but I am going to give it to I'm going to let you read it if you want to.
Sure.
I'm going to let Elijah read it if he wants to, and then the kid that suggested that Mr. Miracle book to me.
Was that one good? Did you finish that one?
I haven't even started it.
Oh shit.
Because I got this one, and because I was either passed out or playing solitaire on the plane the entire time.
Yeah.
I was so out of my mind on the way back. Just that fucking that whole plane trip. Like, we got up way too early.
Oh, sure. I was like, what? Yeah.
That was another thing.
But that was okay.
It's like okay, we're going to bed at fucking 10 o'clock, and Taylor's on his phone fucking playing YouTube videos until 11, until I tell him to put his fucking headphones on so that I can actually go to bed.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I don't mind, man. But so, you know, it's funny. So we kind of netted. I want to say
netted.
So okay. So this flight from there was 2 positives from waiting a day.
Mm-hmm.
First positive was only one connecting flight. Okay, so we didn't have to rush, didn't have to do anything. One connecting flight, that was it. Okay. The second nice thing about it was we get on, we go up, and we're about to board, and the dude says, hey, do you guys want to sit? Are you guys okay? Are you okay with sitting in emergency exit aisle? Immediately, I said yes.
That almost feels like an upgrade. It's not first class, but it is
an upgrade. It's an 8.
Well, I know it costs more. It's not supposed to be an upgrade, but it does feel like an upgrade.
There's the Delta Comfort Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So there's first class. They call it Comfort Plus, but that's business class. And then you have coach. Okay. Comfort Plus or business class is actually less expensive than the emergency exit rows.
Really?
They were $74. The emergency exit row seats were like $80 upgrade because of how much legroom you get. So when that fucker said, "Are you okay with sitting in the exit aisle?" I didn't even let him finish his sentence. I said yes, yes, absolutely. He said, "Well," I said, "Well," and I wanted to make sure it was for both of us and not just for me. I wasn't gonna make you sit in the fucking shitty. So I said, "Is that for both of us?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Fuck yeah." I said, "Yes, let's go." and I was able to zonk out. I don't even remember the flight, dude. I was out.
I could not sleep.
Oh man,
but
it was
I
awesome.
felt so comfortable. My legs did not. My knees weren't killing me.
Oh yeah.
My knees are shit. They've been shot to shit for years.
Yeah.
And that was so nice. Just to be able to make my legs be straight.
Yeah.
You know?
So nice. So fucking great, man. So yeah, that was cool. It was worth waiting the extra day. We like I said, we netted. We didn't lose anything.
I felt like you were really stressed out that day.
I was a little bit because I didn't know what the fuck to do, and they weren't being as helpful as they should have been. They're like, "Well, just make your flight." I'm like, "Why? Why the fuck am I gonna fly to fucking Salt Lake City
Just to stay in the airport overnight.
or okay, you get a hotel voucher. Oh, great. Now I have to fucking go through TSA all over again. Like I'm thinking of all this shit. It's not just you get a free hotel. It's not a free hotel stay because I got to get a fucking lift or a taxi or a shuttle. I got to figure all this shit out once I land in a city that I'm not familiar with. Like, no. I'm familiar with San Jose enough.
You're Mormon. You should fucking naturally know your way around.
Man, that's the Mecca, man. Mormon Mecca. But yeah, I don't know. I'm cool with the trip, and like we said, I don't know if I'd ever go back to San Jose.
You pissed on a church. I could have pissed on a temple.
Oh, I did. I did piss on a church.
You dumbass.
Oh, I asked you to cover me. Cole covered me. So everybody who's listening,
I did not.
I said just look.
I just said no one was coming.
I said look out for me. Cole was my lookout while I pissed on a Catholic church. And you know what, Cole?
Shouldn't fucking do that.
Homeless people do. You know what? I saw fucking homeless. I would rather somebody piss on a Catholic church than piss in a public
You should have
park.
pissed on a bank. Banks are worse than churches.
Oh, fuck that shit, dude.
And churches suck.
Bank
though.
has never molested anybody.
You know, they fuck people right up the ass.
Oh, that's true. Financially.
Should have pissed on Wells Fargo.
Next time.
There was plenty of Wells Fargos we could have pissed on.
For Comic Can Coozie, I'm Tayler.
I'm Cole.
And this has been our vacation recap.
Sorry, that was kind of boring episode for people like who don't give a fuck about our shit. But
yeah,
like,
you know what? This is a journal,
fuck
Cole.
you, because we were having a good time.
It's a journal. This is what I consider my weekly journal, Cole. So fuck them.
And Sharky the Shark.
Fuck Sharky.